Okay, good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us for this evening's webinar, where we're going to be looking at our Step Up program. I'm just going to wait a few seconds to allow a few more people to arrive. And tonight, I'll introduce myself first of all. My name is Chris Mummery. I'm the Head of Learning at Haywards Heath College. I'm also joined by Charlie Richardson, who's a teacher on the Step Up course. And basically what we'll be doing this evening is going through our level 2 program. Just to let you know, this evening's session is being recorded and will be made available on our website after this evening's event. So if you want to watch back anything that's been discussed this evening, you can watch that back on the recording. If you have any questions, please do post them in the Q&A section, and we'll try and answer those as we go through, and also we'll pick up any other questions at the end of the webinar. And also, if you have any technical issues, please do let us know through the chat function. Okay, so any questions that you might have, put them in the Q&A, and Charlie and I will get back to you with those. And any technical issues, if you could post them through the chat. Okay, I think we'll make a start then. So next slide, please. Okay, so I'm just going to start off by talking about what Step Up offers. So as the name suggests, the Step Up program is designed to provide learners the opportunity to progress with their studies through an intermediate year, which will then provide them for other opportunities upon completion. It's a one-year program, and it's mainly made up of 2 qualifications, which are equivalent to 3 GCSEs. So those 2 qualifications are the NCFE Award in Employability Skills and the Diploma in Occupational Studies, which is also offered by NCFE. So at the end of the year, you will gain those qualifications, which will be equivalent to 3 GCSEs. And these qualifications are all about developing employability skills. So the kinds of things that will make you work ready when you go into employment. And there are also opportunities to explore some different industry sectors through the course, which will relate to your progression plan. What we also offer with Step Up is the opportunity to get experience of the workplace. So that's built into the program. That's obviously something that's been difficult this year with what's been happening in terms of COVID. But next year, we're hoping to offer the opportunity for all our learners to gain some work experience. And also English and Maths GCSE retakes as required. So that forms an important part of the Step Up program as well. And all our learners will be given the opportunity to resit their English and Maths in November to try and get the GCSE done and dusted. But we also offer a summer entry as well for students who still require to gain those qualifications. Another thing we recognise as part of the Step Up program is study support. So study support is built into the Step Up program by offering things such as supervised study. So in addition to your timetable, you'll be offered hours of supervised study in the LRC, in our library. So helping you manage your independent study outside of lessons is something that's really, really important and integral to the Step Up course. And what we also do is offer additional more focused support on the GCSE. So for students who are retaking their English and Maths, we offer additional support for those students, particularly after November resit, who are still trying to get those qualifications. It's really, really important that you're working towards those over the year. Another really innovative aspect of the Step Up program is the advanced level learning experience. So built into the program is the opportunity from February to Easter to actually have a taste of some level 3 courses. So looking at progression into the following year, having the opportunity to, for example, try out some of our applied general courses in subjects such as business, sport, health and social care, digital media, but also perhaps even looking at some A-level courses where appropriate. So that'll be running from the half term from February to Easter. Another thing we offer as part of Step Up is workplace apprentice shadowing. So again, this is something that we haven't been able to do this year because of the COVID restrictions, but next year we want to offer the opportunity for our learners to actually shadow apprentices at our sister college, Crawley, and again, looking at the possibility of that as a progression option into the following year. Okay, I'm now going to hand you over to Charlie Richardson, who is one of our teachers on the Step Up program, who's going to be talking more about the detail of what actually goes on with Step Up. So next slide, and over to you, Charlie.
Thank you, Chris. As he just introduced me, I'm Charlie Richardson, and I'm one of the Step Up teachers here at Haywards Heath College. And what was also mentioned, I'm just going to take you through a little bit of our Step Up award, as well as the diploma, which make up the two parts of the course here at the college. So let's start here first with the award. This is the first part of the course that you'll be doing here at the college. It runs in our first term from September to October. And as I said, will form the first part of your qualification. Essentially, the award is preparing students to enter the world of work with a wealth of knowledge regarding their mindset towards work, how to search for jobs, how to find jobs, as well as gaining an awareness of both business and customers. So by the end of that award, the students will be prepared to begin applying for part-time jobs, which can go alongside their study, with the confidence required and the right mentality to go forward with doing that. The four objectives that we identify with the award are firstly to develop and enhance skills required for the working environment, which is found within our understanding mindset unit, to develop learners' confidence for employment and motivation, to improve the communication skills and the personal effectiveness. So for example, many of the activities within our lessons will be team-based, and it will have students working collaboratively and creatively together, which will help you to improve your communication skills, which will be helpful going into work later on, and to provide a basis for further study. So the award provides the perfect platform to go into more depth with the diploma later on, which follows on from the award. The four units that make up the award here at Haywards Heath College are understanding mindset. This is showing our learners how certain mindset qualities are attractive to employers. Business and customer awareness, which helps our learners understand how business works, the needs of customers within business, as well as the overall world of work in general. The job search skills unit will help you and learners here understand different career paths and the ways in which you can search for jobs which suit your skill set. And finally, the job application skills unit, which is the one that I teach here at Haywards Heath College. This unit will help you understand how to complete job applications, such as references, previous experience, and cover letters. So as I've mentioned, this award part will really give you the ability to go out into the world of work, as well as to prepare you for the diploma which follows on. Next slide, please. So after that first term here, from the beginning of November till around March, April time, you will then move on to the NCFE Diploma in Occupational Studies. The purpose of this diploma is to widen student skills further with more practical-based units and study. The diploma allows the learner to develop a form of hands-on approach to their learning, whether that's students, for example, developing a fitness regime, to taking part in meetings, to creating their own movie reviews, for example. There's lots of different possibilities within this diploma. The skills, knowledge, and understanding gained will help learners increase their personal toolkit, as we call it, of experiences in the world of work, as well as giving them a chance to develop their creativity and their team working skills. So it really goes alongside the award very well, where you'll not only be applying a lot of the things that you've learned within that award, but also developing yourself further based on your own kind of interests and that kind of thing. There will be opportunities for students to choose their own path via 4 pathways. The diploma is intended for students to create their own form of study program to suit their own needs. And that's really the kind of main point that we want to kind of drill in with this qualification, is that it's going to be framed around you. It's going to suit you. The 4 pathways on offer, which are very broad, are design, media and technology, office and business, sport, leisure and tourism, and finally employability and social development. So let me give you a couple of examples here. One possible option is the personal physical fitness unit within sport, leisure and tourism. This would see students create their own physical fitness plan and keep a diary of how these exercises that the learners are carrying out are improving upon your fitness levels, for example. On the other end of the spectrum, the word processing software unit, which is run by Aidan here, will see students reading a variety of movie reviews, for example, to gain an insight into how they'll write their own one, which they will do for their favorite film, for example. So there's lots of different options here from, as I said, physical fitness to word processing software. So really, there's lots of different choices here. One unit I teach, for example, is the communication skills for business unit, which furthers students' knowledge of the world of work. So kind of goes along with the award very well. With students writing letters, taking part in formal telephone conversations, as well as discussing important topics within a meeting. And as previously stated, the opportunity for different routes will allow for you to pick a route which best suits your own needs. So as I said, these 4 kind of pathways will allow you to tailor your own experience. So moving forward, what you're doing is within your own best interests and your own kind of personal skill set. So we're going to move on to our next slide, please. And Chris is going to talk a little bit about the facilities here at Haywards College. Over to Chris.
So thank you, Charlie. Yeah, so we're very fortunate at Haywards Heath College that we've got really good facilities. As you're probably aware, the college was, it's a new building. It was opened relatively recently. And we've got state-of-the-art facilities such as a really good sports hall, strength and conditioning room, which is really good for the sport and fitness units that Charlie was talking about. It's focusing on the sort of design and media and technology units. We've got audio and visual recording facilities, editing facilities. We've got 3 art and design studios. So we're very, very lucky to have such excellent facilities, which will form part of your progress on this course and allow you to pursue those particular progression routes that Charlie was talking about. We're hoping that at some point in the summer, there'll be an opportunity for applicants to come into the college and have a look round. And as well as the kind of subject-specific facilities, we've also got a very well-equipped learning and resource centre. We've got the Hub Cafe and Theatre and the Student Union Common Room as well. And what we really encourage all our learners, including step-up students, is to be part of a sort of vibrant college community, to be part of the student union. So it's really important that you contribute to that aspect of the college community, as well as contributing in terms of the course itself. Okay, I'm just going to hand you back over to Charlie now, who's going to talk a little bit about progression and where the Step Up course can lead you. Over to you, Charlie.
Thank you, Chris. If we could just have next slide, please. So as Chris mentioned, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about your next steps. Now, I know, of course, that may seem way away, but it's important for you to always be thinking about continual development and what's really going to be coming next, as it will give you a purpose on this Step Up course and really why you are stepping up in a sense. And this program is intentionally named because it will give students the ability to step up into your own future paths. The skills, experience, and the opportunities gained from this Step Up program will prepare you for a variety of different scenarios, whatever that you choose to do within your own future. And I must emphasize that neither the course nor your kind of next steps are a one-size-fits-all approach. As I mentioned, the diploma will kind of be tailored to your own needs, and that courses are going to be tuned towards your interests and really what is best for you. But just to give you a couple of examples on your next steps, there's a variety of different routes that you could go down. So firstly, for example, you could go on to do vocational level 2 or level 3 courses, or even A-levels. Haywards Heath College offers a variety of applied general courses, which follow a similar model of coursework that the Step Up program does do. So this Step Up program will prepare you very well for those applied general courses in level 3 after the Step Up program. For example, psychology, law, applied science, as well as criminology are very popular options within those applied generals. On the other hand, you could also go down the route of taking level 3 A-levels, which are exam based, or you could go for an option of more vocational level 2 courses, which further increase your skills and knowledge within the workplace. Another option that you could go down is apprenticeships. So for example, Crawley College offers a variety of different apprenticeships to learn job skills. Apprenticeships can vary from, for example, bricklaying to digital marketing to hair and beauty courses. And again, those kinds of apprenticeships will be tailored to your own specific interests and needs, and they'll give you a really good experience of the workplace, which will add further to your experience on the Step Up program. A new option, they've only started up recently, last September actually, is the new T levels. Crawley College does offer a series of T levels, which are an alternative option to A levels. T levels are a part study, part placement based course around technical skills. So for example, the T level in education and healthcare, for example, offers students the chance to learn about different childcare aspects, child development, physical approaches to childcare, as well as a maximum of 40 days off-site to learn more about the skills in the field. So you'd have a kind of placement. And T levels are a great choice for transition from education into employment. And the Step Up course will do very well for transitioning you into T levels. And finally, you could go down the route of employment with training. So rather, you could go directly into a form of employment with the emphasis on the job, but with training alongside that to further improve your skills and your knowledge of work. So as you can tell, the choices for you moving forward are endless. Additionally, you will also receive the help of our careers advisor, Grace, on campus, who can help you decipher perhaps what you would like to do moving on forward from the Step Up program, if that is something that you are not particularly sure of yet. Of course, there's no pressure even when you start the course, but it's always good to be thinking about what comes next, as it will give you a kind of drive and motivation to push yourself forward on this course. So I'm just going to pass over to Chris, who's going to run a little bit of a Q&A session. Thank you. On to Chris. Next slide, please.
Thanks, Charlie. So first, I'd just like to say thank you for watching this virtual event, and hopefully you found it useful in terms of learning a little bit more about our Step Up program. Just to remind you, this recording will be available after this evening via our website, so you can watch it back if there's anything that you've missed as we went through, or if you joined slightly late. Just to add one point that's often asked about the Step Up program in terms of timetable. The Step Up program itself is 10 hours. So there's 10 hours of contact time with your teachers, and that will be supported by 2 hours where required for GCSE English and another 2 hours for GCSE Maths. As I mentioned earlier, there's also opportunities for supervised study in the LRC and also some additional support for English and Maths where required. So if anyone does have any questions, do feel free to pop them in the Q&A and we can answer them. So I'll just give you a minute or two if there are any questions that people have. If not, we can finish this evening. And just don't forget, we welcome your application. So we look forward to you applying to the college. On submitting your application, we will also be offering course guidance meetings to take you through the process of what to expect when you join us in September, and also it'll be another opportunity to ask any questions. So if there are no questions, I think we will leave it there for this evening. And yeah, thank you all for joining us. Thank you.